How's it going today, everyone? And it seems like Eastern companies continue to move to the West and butcher their franchises. Why? Because a bunch of butch lesbians tell them that everything's offensive, ruin this, ruin that, this is problematic, change this, change that, and you will make more money, when that's not the case, because men are the dominant force when it comes to buying video games in society. And what are we talking about? Capcom. Capcom is increasingly becoming more and more gay. Now I'm getting sick of that company. Even though it's an iconic company that makes many legendary franchises. And this is about a game called SNK versus Capcom SVC Chaos. What are these names? I hate when Capcom does these stupid ass names. And this game is getting censored. And they even put a goddamn disclaimer when you boot up the game for offensive content. Let's read that disclaimer. And it says, this product aims to faithfully recreate the content of the original game at the time of its release in 2003 as much as possible. I forgot to mention this is a remaster, but let's continue. Therefore, the content of this game does not represent the ideals of our company, but is provided as is, respecting the original intent of the game, and is not intended to promote or attack any particular ideology or group. Now you might be thinking, what the hell are they talking about? What is so offensive? You need a disclaimer when you boot up the game, which is automatic boner killer. That kills the fucking move right there. What was it that was so fucking bad that you have to warn people before they play the fucking game? Let's see if you guys can figure out. Here's the images between the English version of the game and the Japanese versions. Because apparently only the Westerners get offended, which is kind of true. Everybody's a weak ass pussy nowadays. But that doesn't mean all of us are, I guess. If you haven't noticed the difference, big titties are the difference. Here's the difference right here zoomed in. Yup, that is what got Capcom so offended that they had to release a fucking disclaimer on the boot up screen of the fucking game. Because Americans nowadays are so fucking gay, they're such fucking fags that they can't handle beautiful women. And we all know what type of person did this shit. Women. Because women go into these male dominated spaces and fuck it up. This is why I don't like that companies have a Western division of their company rather than just hiring an in-house translator. Just make your games as it is. Don't try to change it to fit Western audiences and modern audiences, whoever the fuck that is. I don't know. Nobody knows. Not even the companies saying modern audiences know who that is. They never explain it. They never told us where they come from. They never told us what they look like. Anything at all. They just keep using these fucking terms and they don't explain it. But the point is, stop listening to Westerners. The Westerners that are in charge of these localizations, these translations, these Western studios, they're all in California. They do not represent majority of the country because they hate majority of the country. They live in a bubble where they think everybody in the world has the same fucking crazy far left ideology. Like, are you serious? That's why I always hated these Western versions of the company. That's why I hated that these Japanese people who have a bigger fan base than they do in their own country, because Japan is a small country, why don't you just learn English? I feel like it's fucking annoying at this point that you don't know English. Majority of your fans speak English. These people don't even speak English when they go at an award show. They need somebody to translate what they said to, like Jeff Keighley at the Game Awards. Then Jeff Keighley speaks. And then the translators translate what Jeff Keighley just said back to fucking Japanese. And that shit takes like 5 minutes every fucking time. Every time the Japanese developer says something, this back and forth takes like 5 fucking minutes. Like, can y'all just learn English? Learn fucking English already. Then we don't have to deal with this stupid shit. Just oh my god. It's just oh my god, it's just so cool. It's so corny at this point. It's so annoying. You can't. Oh my god, bro. I'm not interested in this game. I've personally never heard of this remaster or the original game. But as soon as we hear a disclaimer, I'm just like, okay, you're fucking gay. Just get the fuck out of here. These disclaimers do not age well. They ruin the game for future players, and they ruin the game for people who are thinking about buying the game, but maybe not on the fence. But then they see this listen and say, okay, why would I play this? Why not just play the original at that point? I feel like I'm getting less because you got offended or somebody at your company got offended. That one character wasn't even the only thing that was changed from that poster. If you guys noticed, the woman on the bottom was literally phased out. I just realized that shit. Look at the woman with the sword on the bottom. On the English version, she is gone. Like, whole body just been phased out. For what? All because she look good and she take care of her body and she work out? Unlike fat American bitches, the American women are fucking fat and disgusting nowadays because those are the type of women that got offended. And Capcom listened to them. They hate women that actually take care of their bodies. What do these spiteful bitches do? Because no man wants them, they rather ruin men's enjoyment. They go into these male-dominated spaces, like video games, like comic books, like superhero movies, action movies, sci-fi, fantasy, you name it, anything that's male-dominated. They go into these franchises, these companies, these genres, and they fuck it up. Because they are spiteful. They hate what men like because they hate men. Because they've been taught that men are evil and oppressing them and destroying society. The evil man, the patriarchy, destroy everything, take my rights away, all these bullshit. So they want to just ruin everything we love because they're spiteful. They're spiteful leftover bitches. And they are the ones that are in charge of these Western translation, localizers, whatever you want to call it. I guarantee you is women that did this shit. It's always them. Always some soy boy cucks as well. But definitely super liberals, far left liberal type. And Capcom has been doing this shit for a while now. They fucking ruined Cammy in Street Fighter. If you look at this shit, from Street Fighter 4 to 5 to 6, she gets worse and worse. Well, maybe from 4 to 5, she looked great. Peaked in 5. Big melons, nice legs, and then Street Fighter 6 comes around and look at her. Nerf. Her chest got fucking nerfed. Gone. Flat chested. Tranny. You get the idea. On top of that, she's ugly and angry in 6. Why is she so mad for? Why are women so angry these days? When do you ever see women smile like that these days? Like, come on. She looks like she's about to kill some. I know it's a fighting game. I know that. But she literally looks like she has no soul, no joy in life. 4 and 5, she looked way more cheerful. She was still fighting, but she looks ugly as shit and sick. Ruined it. Why? Because somebody got offended at the studio, at the Western studio, not the Japanese studio, at the Western studio. Gotta make that clear. Japanese need to stop listening to Westerners and just make the games that we've been enjoying since we were kids. They just did something recently as well with the Dead Rising remake remaster game, but they race swap a character from Asian to white because apparently obese, greedy, large, nasty Asian man is a stereotype. I don't know the Asian stereotypes like that. No, apparently this was changed because it was offensive to Japanese people. And now the character just looks like a generic white guy with glasses. He just looks like an obese, smelly truck driver. Like he eats donuts while he's driving to deliver the packages to the store. Like he looks so basic now. Before he looked more menacing because he was Asian. Okay, not just because he was Asian. He looked more unique. Let's just call it that. He would look more creepy. And they changed them. They changed them because people got offended every single time. I'm just tired. I'm just tired of Capcom. I'm really just getting sick of Capcom at this point. You guys made so many legendary franchises and they need ruining this shit. It is what it is. I don't trust this company like that moving forward. Unfortunate for people who are looking forward to this remaster of SNK versus Capcom. This company is gay. They think you're a little bitch because you're American. So they got to give you a disclaimer before you boot up the game. It is just sad to see from a beloved developer. So Capcom, just go fuck yourself already.